What's up, guys? It's your guy Aaron Banks here. Look, we're here at the Pure Fitness Expo. The show is going on. We're here with Elevate. I just had me a bowl of Elevate, by the way. Cookies and cream. I got my guy Sadik right here. I hope you guys are ready for the content that we're about to bring for you guys today. It's going down. We got the athlete meet and greet coming very soon at 1. There's so many vendors here. You got HD, you got Elevate, you got some of these Canadian fitness brands. So that's super cool to kind of deal with. My guy's hungry right there. You got to get my guy getting his meal in. My guy's getting his meal in. What's going on, bro? How you feeling? Good. So we'll kind of stroll through here.
And that is time to thank you very much.
It's my guy right here. So as you guys can see, the whole expo is going down. Classic Physique is on stage right now.
All right, guys, so we're here at the Pure Athletic Classic, and I'm at the booth with my man, Kobe. All right, so we're selling shirts, we're selling the Beastwood apparel. We got some new stuff, and it's gonna be on the website real soon. We got a lot of really cool things in the works. Now, the show so far is fantastic. We got a really cool expo, and it's cool to see this because I feel like we don't see a lot of this. I don't know if any of the other of the shows in Canada have had expos, so this is really cool, and it's just the first year that it's had this expo, so I know it's only gonna be better in the future. So next year, when the show list comes out, make sure to register and come compete at the Pure Athletic Classic.
Companies here, brand and HD, they put on really good shows, so happy to be here.
We're really happy to have you. Thank you for making the trip.
It's me, Mario. It's me. Lock in. There we go.
I think
There we go. Oh my God! Oh my God! Go, buddy! There we go.
Hey guys, we're so happy to be here at the Pure Athletic Classic and Expo. It's a great show. Kai Kai cookies, jumbo gourmet cookies, stuffed with deliciousness.
Prep shop here at the Pure Athletic Classic and Expo. We're selling meals here and sauces, so come on by, check us out, and of course, support the athletes.
Do you ever feel the pressure of living up to your own expectations, and how do you deal with that?
Yeah, I think it's normal to live up to have high expectations for yourself, and I'm a winner. I always want to be a winner, and I won't stop until I am a winner. And if that means certain decisions have to be made in certain situations, then you do what you got to do and do what's best for you. I mean, listen, I love the Dow. If whoever says they don't love to be Dow, it's crazy. I thrive being the underdog. I thrive when people count me out. But I also love the people around me that support me to the fullest. And at the end of the day, those are the ones that I want to do it for. But when I prove everyone wrong, I'd be lying if I said it didn't feel fantastic. You know what I mean?
And then once you actually accomplish a goal that you want, how do you continue to push? Does the fuel change? Because if you're not the underdog anymore, like how do you keep going once you actually succeed what you want? What's next?
Once I succeed, and this is I guess where I go wrong, I don't really enjoy the moment. I'm more of the, okay, it's time to improve and do what's next type of guy. Discipline goes far beyond motivation, and I think discipline goes hand in hand with routine. You know, it's even with bodybuilding, there's days I don't want to get up and do cardio, there's days I don't want to eat a clean meal, there's days I don't even want to work out, but it's the daily regimen, you know, and I find that the days where I don't want to do something and I actually do them, those are the ones where I think I have my best workouts, I have my best days, when I force myself to do the things I don't want to do. And when you finally do those things, you just kind of feel better about it because you know you didn't want to do it, but you're proud of yourself because you actually did it.
Right. If there was one thing that you can give a fan or an inspired bodybuilder or someone that wants to be in your position one day, what is one thing that you would tell them that they need to do?
Patience, stay in your lane, take your time, enjoy every moment, and just be present for it all. And I think one of the main important things is just have fun. Take it serious, but have fun and don't burn yourself out.
IFBB Pro.
What advice would you give to your younger self when you started, before you turned pro?
A big thing you see with a lot of athletes, and it's just being present in the moment. I mean, you know, a bodybuilding career goes by so fast, it's so finite. And I think we get wrapped up in all the things, you know, like Nick said, I mean, you're such a competitor, you're focused on what's next, what's next, what's next. And sometimes you get to the end and you're like, shit, like what did, you know, I forgot to actually enjoy that experience of what I was actually going through, and, you know, be grateful for, you know, the experience and the opportunity that you get to be, you know, do something that you love for a living, right? So, yeah.
All right, Aaron Haynes.
What's going on?
After winning the Olympia in 2022, how did your relationship with the sport change? Was it still about proving something, or did it become about something bigger?
I was one of those guys who was being doubted the whole entire time, you know, getting my pro card within 3 months, doing my first Olympia, placing second, and then of course me being online saying I'm gonna work and I'm gonna get this Mr. Olympia, and then to do that, I don't know, it was just, I told you so. It was one of those I told you so moments, and you know, I knew I had a lot of doubt, and I had a lot of people that had negative things to say about me, and of course my character or whatever the case may be. Besides, until you learn to know me in person, the internet doesn't give you that, you know what I mean? So it didn't change me at all. I just love to put that smile right in the doubter's face, and that doubted me that year, and moving forward. And even after the 2022 Mr. Olympia, to never make it outside of the top 4 in 5 years of being a professional athlete, is still a smile on the doubter's face. So
You made a bold move, moving away from men's physique at the top of your game. What was this decision driven more by your mind, your heart, or your ego? Why did you switch from men's physique to go to classic physique?
What's up, Canada? What's up? I haven't been here in a long time. It's simple. I got into bodybuilding to be as big as Nick and Ian. My goal was always to be as big as Ronnie Coleman. It never happened, but I aspire to be bigger, you know, whether it's finances, horsepower, bicep size. I just want to be big. I was always skinny and scrawny, and I wanted to be big, so they had Classic Physique, and I made a transition, and then I got 3rd at the Olympian Classic in my debut. Next year I dropped down to 7th, and took a few years off to have kids, came back to men's physique, and re-qualified for Olympia, and now I'm gonna go back to Classic. I can't make up my mind, that's it.
What type of advice would you give to a person that is struggling between starting off as men's physique because they're not big enough to do classic, or a person that just wants to get into classic? Like, how do you differentiate knowing how to suit your physique for a specific category?
Listen, I think that we would all be open bodybuilders if we could. So it just depends on how big you are. You know, if you're struggling to get big, but you have the age to compete, start, you know, it's like a BMW 3 Series, then a 5 Series, then a 7 Series. You know, you have different levels to the game. So start, you know, in the basic, and, you know, start to work your way up.
Okay. You've spoken about reinventing yourself. What sparked that shift, and what did you have to let go in order to be able to evolve?
I don't remember saying that. Did I say that?
No, in terms of like the journey that you've been going on from men's physique to classic physique, and then also being a now family man, and then also really known as a businessman as well.
Yeah, similar to what Ian said, like, you have to remind yourself why you got into bodybuilding. It's because we love weight training. You know, the weight training has always been my North Star. You know, for me it's therapy, for me it's like escape. You know, when I don't bodybuild, you know, I don't feel like I have anything to chase. So I like the idea of setting a competition so that I could, you know, excel in my physical appearance and, you know, get bigger and stronger and all the above. So for me, it always falls back on what I love doing. So bodybuilding is always there.
Okay. You've been at the top and also had to step back. What's something you've learned from losing that you couldn't have learned from winning?
Oh, I don't know, because I'm such a bad loser. I hate losing. I've never learned. I'm horrible. If I get second place in a show, I feel like I'm second place in life, and I'm still trying to evolve and, you know, shake that mentality and realize, hey, a placing is a placing, and it doesn't determine your value or your worth as a human. And I struggle with that because I'm very competitive. So I don't have it figured out. You know, I still, you know, 14 years as a pro and, you know, a lot of championships, and I still struggle with losing. And it's something that I will always struggle with.
Why do you think that is? Does that come back from like old, like being an athlete in other sports? Is it a competitive edge? Is it?
Who knows? Maybe childhood trauma? Yeah, who knows? Maybe something happened. Maybe I never felt, you know, adequate, you know, at school or at home, and, you know, maybe I just carried it over. Who knows? Maybe I need some therapy.
At the end of the day, it's keeping you on top. That's all that matters. So the question is, how do you feel about making a lot of motivation for people?
Yes, especially to the young people.
No, it's a great feeling, honestly. Like, because honestly, there's days where I think we can all agree up here. Like I said, we have days where we're not motivated. We have days where like we kind of don't want to do this sometimes. And then you open up a nice little DM message of how much we inspired them to start a journey, or how much we motivate them to get, you know, their things rolling, and it kind of like relights a spark really quick. And it's like, oh, that's cool, you know. And then your DMs just get flooded, and sometimes doing these meet and greets, you just hear people's stories, and some are very touching, and it humbles you. And I'm grateful that I'm able to do that for people.
Yeah, I mean, I think Nick hit the nail on the head there. I mean, it's, you know, it's something I'm very grateful for, and I think sometimes you don't really realize until sometimes you hear the stories and, you know, get these messages from other people and see how something that seems so like normal to you can impact someone's life in such a profound way.
I was wondering if you guys had any advice for first-time competitors, whether it's related to like the actual like on-stage process or leading up to the show, or, you know, I know you already all touched on the whole enjoy the moment stuff and focus on being present, but anything else as well?
Yeah, I mean, look, you said it was your first competition? Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say what you just kind of hit it on there. I mean, but the biggest thing with your first show is, like you said, enjoy that experience. You only get one first show, you know, and like we talked about before, these kind of things go by so quick, to, you know, really be present in that moment. And I think there's a lot of like stock in just knowing, you know, make sure that when it's all said and done that you know you put 110% effort into it. You know, I don't think you want to leave anything kind of in the back of your mind of like, I could have done more, I could have done more. Look, you might not be happy with your look at the end of the day, and there might be things you want to improve, and that's kind of the whole growth. You know, bodybuilding is like forever chasing this white rabbit of being better, you know? And I think we've all done that for our entire careers, like wanting to be better, wanting to be better. But I think there's also this like solace that you can have in the back of your mind when you know you put 110% effort into something. So yeah, that's the biggest advice, other than just like we said, you know, the stuff we've already kind of said, you know, be present.
If that's something you can't answer, I understand.
Mic check. Got it.
Yeah.
This is actually a perfect question for me, you know, because I started in your shoes. When I first became a bodybuilder, I was in the NPC. My first 3 shows, I competed naturally. I won my pro card naturally. So as I was going through the process, I had people who believed in me. So I had different coaches, I had different promoters, I even had judges saying how like my physique was pro ready, you can do very well in the industry. And of course, my dad saying, oh, don't do that crazy stuff, and you know, like what would God think, and you know, just certain things that happen. And I just wanted to be the best in the world. I'm a competitor. I'm a super competitive person. So when someone tells me, oh, you can be a Mr. Olympia, or you can do really good at the Olympia, I just had to take that leap, and I just had to believe in whatever he had planned for me to do. So, you know, you take your time. It's not a rush. Stay natural as long as possible, and just ride the journey.
How do you deal with the noise, whether it be, you know, from the fans or socials, or even from people around you, like family or friends? How do you deal with that interpersonally and having that self-doubt?
I'll answer this first before Nick does. Dealing with noise, when I first came into the league, I wanted to attack back. You know, and I think that was more the immature way of me handling that. But as growing into the sport and being an ambassador of the sport, you just have to understand, don't nobody pay your bills. No one pays your bills, no one's paying my phone bill. They're not hurting me physically. You just gotta block it out. You just have to block it out. I think Nick really wants to hit on this one.
No, he says true, and you know, to stem off it, I've also, you know, learned you have to just ignore it. You know, I think 9 times out of 10 negativity comes from darkness from within the people that are giving it, or true jealousy from the people that want to be like you. So they want to do everything in their power to bring you down to their level. And if you stoop to that and react, you're doing exactly what they're doing. So why do it? The best revenge is to say nothing and keep improving and smile.
Okay, and in case you're wondering, size, I'm 5'4" and I'm a toddler. Justin, thank you so much. What do you think about the expo?
It's awesome. It's awesome. It's my first time coming to the Pure Athletic, and just the attendance is awesome. You know, everyone that came, all the events going on, the booths, everything. Honestly, guys, like, this is what bodybuilding's all about. Like, just getting everyone together and everyone sharing the same passion. So, yeah, guys, thanks for coming.
Well, I want to thank you, and I've known you since you were an amateur, almost just starting. I think you started in men's physique. Like, just the evolution of Justin Savoire is outstanding. Thank you for being here tonight. Everybody, man, you're gonna want to watch this guy unfold. We got Quinton right over here at Argo.
We have an Elvis. We have Elvis showing up today, guys. Waiting for him to show up. But when he comes, that's when the show really starts. So stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Come on, Jennifer. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Look at the form. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. Jennifer blowing all the boys out of the water. We gotta step it up over here.
And that concludes our men for the morning's pre-judge. We are now going to take a structured intermission between our gentlemen and our men. I encourage you to please go visit our expo exhibitors and show our sponsors some love. We're going to be right back here in 30 minutes.
30, come on, gotta get 30, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 42.
I also want to remind our competitors, if you haven't grabbed your goodie bag, please head over to the HD booth.
Oh my God, he tied Dakota.
Pretty good turnout. I mean, we're gonna have expos like that here, you know, in the area. This is great. We got like a contest with deadlifts and costumes. We got a stage here for Jack Factory. We got like samples everywhere. We got the Rain energy drink there. Good vibes. The people on stage are in shape. It's great. So it has to be a thing every year. Come on, let's go.
We are toward the end of Pure Muscle Athletic Show here. Been an amazing turnout, great expo, great pre-judging, great meet and greet, great seminar, overall great turnout. Can't wait for the next one. It's gonna be even bigger and better. We killed it for this one.
Thank you to everyone who came out today. This is an amazing event. It's the first time we have had the expo with a show, and it was a huge success. We have over 30 vendors here today. And this is something that we're looking to grow year to year, continue to bring more professional athletes, influencers, bring more to the community and for Toronto, for everyone to come and meet once a year. The caliber of the competition was really good today. So guys, thank you to everyone. Thank you for our sponsors, and we look forward to growing this event, and we'll see you next year.